Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This week's video is a continuation of the self journey I have been talking about and that I've been on, and that hopefully you're joining on with me or that you're taking for yourself. Today's video is about making time for the people in your life, making time for your loved ones. So I wanted to take this week for this week's video to talk about this important thing, really dive into your relationship with people, because it's really an important part of our self journey. Talking about it for a little bit here really fast. The reason why it's a part of the self journey is your relationships with people and the people around you really do affect you and affect the way you feel and affect your life. And so I wanted to make sure that I bring this in as an important part of our self journey that we're on. So I will talk about how to really evaluate yourself with your personal relationship with people, and then it's up to you to personally think about it. Think about your relationships with people. Think about the things that you do with the people in your life and how those relationships are, how healthy they are, how they could be better. But yeah, it's up to you to really focus on your relationships, and then I'm just going to share my thoughts on having a good relationship with people, but then also just some little things, I don't know if it's tips, but really just a good evaluation you can do for yourself. First off, family. I wanted to talk a little bit about family really fast. For me, it's a huge, huge deal, and I believe it is, or at least it should be for a lot of people, because your family are your people. Your family should be those really important people in your life, you know? Your spouse should be the most important person that you build a relationship with outside of yourself, because that's your significant other, that's your husband or your wife, and that's the person that relationship matters so much, and it's really important to nourish that relationship and strengthen it. And then your children should be there too, taking care of and loving your children and having good relationship with your children is so, so important. It's not only important for you, but of course, extremely important for them. You know, your children need a parent who loves them and who shows that love and who spends time with them, who teaches them, who helps them, who makes them feel loved and comforted and cared for. They need that nurturing, caring, loving adult in their life. And so, yes, your children are so important. And then on top of that, with family, of course, you should be reaching out to your parents. For me personally, with my family situation, I want to always have a healthy relationship with my parents and siblings, with Sam's parents and siblings, and when our siblings get married and when they have kids, I want healthy relationships with all those people as well. So it's really important. And for me, my healthy relationships branch out to my cousins, my grandparents, my aunts and uncles as well. Obviously, I don't do as much to strengthen those relationships as I do with my husband or even with my parents and siblings, but they're still important relationships to me. And it's for you to decide, you know your family, you know what your family is like, and so you know what's best for you when it comes to your family. But I just really want to emphasize how important family is and how important continuing to have a healthy relationship with your family is. It's so important. These are people who love you, who care about you, and who want to be there for you. And so they want you to open up. They want you to talk about your struggles. They want you to visit. They want you to spend time with them. They want you to invite them over. They want to be a part of your lives. And you should want to be a part of their lives too. Then the other thing is friends. I think it is so important to have good friends. It's so, so important. Whether that's a great big group that you hang out with and have fun with, or it's just a few people, whatever you like, you know yourself, you know what's best for you when it comes to friends. And so you can see for yourself what you should have when it comes to friends. But I'm adding friends here because that's just as important as family. I think it's so important for me and Sam in our stage of life right now to have other couple friends. We have a good group of married friends who we hang out with weekly, and these people are so good. They're so fun. It's a really good thing for Sam and I to get out and be social every week. It's really good for us to just have this good relationship with these people who are around us in our life. But it's really, really good. And it's really good for us. It's really good for us as a couple. It's really good for our mental health individually. And it's just really, really important to have good friends. On top of that, it's important, like for me personally, I have good girlfriends that are down to hang out, that do stuff with each other, that we have girls' night, or we go out for dates or go do stuff together. And that's important because it's time where I get to go spend time with other people and I get to enjoy that girl time that is, for me, I really like and I really care about. And so it's good, just I'm trying to say here is it's good to have good friends. So like I said, family and friends are so important. That's what I'm talking about here when I'm talking about building relationships. I'm talking about building good relationships with the people in your life who are most important. And in my opinion, those are my family and my friends. Now I'm going to do the whole evaluation part of this. Talk about some things to evaluate yourself on, see how you can improve your side of the relationship with these people, and what you can do to better yourself when it comes to your relationships, but also why it's important to do these things for your own personal health. Here's the big question. What are you doing when you're with them? It's super easy these days to, if there's an awkward silence or if you're feeling unsure what to say or do, it's so easy to hop on your phone and just look at your phone rather than interact, right? Of course, it's easy to do, but it's definitely not the right thing to do. I have had a goal when I'm with my friends and family to put my phone down so that I can be present and be talking to them. And it's not that hard to break up an awkward silence or to do or say things to help the conversation get moving or to help whatever situation is making you want to just sit on your phone. So a good evaluation is, am I on my phone a lot when I'm around my loved ones? Am I on my phone a lot in moments that I should be talking to my spouse or playing with my friends or having fun with my family? So decide how you can do better with that. Another thing, are you listening to them? If you guys are sitting and having a conversation, are you engaging in the conversation? Are you listening to what they're saying? And are you responding and keeping a conversation going, asking questions, giving your answers, telling your stories, talking about things, enjoying a conversation? Or are you going off in la la land while they go on and on about something? Is it a one-sided conversation or are you both engaging, right? You can do your best to engage, which personally, when someone else is engaging better, I'm able to engage better. So I'm sure the more you engage in the conversation, the easier time they will have to engage in the conversation. So that's a big part. Are you listening to them intently? Are you actually looking at them? Are you actually like hearing what they're saying and responding to what they're saying, right? The next one is being kind or being unkind. Are you being, as simple as that, are you being kind or are you being unkind? Are the jokes you make that you are making rude, or are the things you are saying offensive? Are the things you're saying or doing making people very uncomfortable? Like, being aware of other people and how they're feeling is so important. Like, having a good relationship with someone means that you are being intentional and mindful about them as well. That you're being aware of them, their presence, their situation, and what they would and would not appreciate. My husband is the type of person who he has fun teasing back and forth. And so we have some friends that he and this other friend, or some other friends, they genuinely truly like to go back and forth and tease each other, and it's really fun for them. But and they have fun with that way, and they know it's fun for them. But for me, I'm the type of person that I have a really hard time saying anything teasy or mean or that could be taken mean in any way, because I feel so bad. I'm like, oh, I don't want them to feel like I truly think that, or I don't want them to feel bad about themselves for this joke I made. So I typically refrain from making those jokes, which then I notice people refrain from making them to me because I refrain from making them. So it's a situation where you look at the person. My friends are so good about this, and they probably have no idea that they do this, but I notice. But they're so good about this, where with Sam, they do have the fun bantering, teasing, and with me, they keep it lighter. They keep it not as intense teasing or joking, because they see, at least I'm assuming this, they see the difference in us. They see Sam bantering back and forth and teasing, and he enjoys it, and they see me refraining from the bantering and teasing. And so I think they recognize that I don't enjoy it. And so it's a very fine, like, it's a thing that you can look at. You look at the people and see what they would be okay with, what they wouldn't be okay with, what they appreciate, what they'd rather not. It's really important to be mindful of the people around you and to know what's okay and what's not okay. So you can ask yourself, am I recognizing what they would appreciate and not, or am I just letting everyone have it? You know what I'm trying to get at here? If you care about someone, you'd be willing to see what they would like and not like, and to treat them, each person, differently according to the type of person they are, what they would like and not like, and all these other things. Obviously, it's not like you have to go deep. It's easy to see just by having a conversation with someone. You can see if they're teasing around and having fun, or if they're being more gentle and refraining from that. You can see it. I promise. And I promise the next time you go and have a conversation with someone, you'll notice it. You'll notice the personalities that come out and how you want to engage with those personalities and how you should engage with them. Okay, another big thing is reaching out to them and responding when they reach out to you. Reaching out, whether you're reaching out and just giving them a call or a text, or you're reaching out by physically making plans and spending time with them. But are you reaching out? Are you making plans? Are you making plans and following through with the plans? Are you sending them a text when you think about them? Are you calling them when you think about them? Obviously, this isn't with everyone. Like I said at the beginning, you know your relationship with the people in your life, so you know how to evaluate each one specifically. Obviously, I'm not calling my friends all the time. but I am calling my family. I'm not texting my husband all the time because we both live together, but I am texting my sister because she lives away from me and I want to spend time, or I want to like keep a good relationship with her. I'm not spending time with my family every week. Like, I'm not physically with them every week, but I am with my husband every day. So I'm physically making sure I'm spending the time with him. Like, you know your relationships with people, you know the situations, so you know how to evaluate each one differently. Here's the big thing with plans. If you want to have a good relationship with people, you follow through with plans. You make plans and you follow through. But that doesn't mean you make plans that you don't want. You be honest about what you want to do and don't want to do. It's like the scary, difficult thing about being honest. But yeah, sometimes you might have to step on toes a little. Sometimes you might have to be the one person to say, this is too expensive for me, so I don't feel comfortable doing it. Or this is not something I feel comfortable with. You're gonna have to step out of your comfort zone. You're gonna have to be a big girl and put on your big girl pants. And you're gonna have to just be honest about it, about what you're okay with and what you're not okay with. That way you don't make plans that you don't want to do. And that way the plans you make are plans that you are willing to follow through with because you were just honest in the first place about whether or not you wanted to do it. People will respect you a lot more if you honestly, truly just say, I don't really want to do that, than if you say, yeah, let's do it. And then when it's the plan, you say, oh, sorry guys, I can't make it. All whoops, you know? So definitely just be honest about what you're okay with and what you're not okay with. Of course, sometimes things happen and you make a plan and then things come up and you can't make it. Of course that happens. Your friends aren't going to be upset at you for that. But don't be the person who makes the plans and then doesn't follow through with the plans. It's not fun for everybody else. But then here's the other thing. When other people invite you to stuff, sometimes you should just be brave and say yes. If you got invited to go to a girls' night, have fun sitting and talking with the girls, getting your nails done, making a treat, like whatever your girls' night is, watching a cute Barbie movie, because, you know, we like to do that. But whatever it is, if you get invited to that, but you're like, oh, I'm nervous, I don't do well in groups or whatever it is, if you have even an inkling to go, just go. Just do it. Why regret not going when you can go and have fun? Like, why stay at home and not go and have fun when you were invited to go do something with people? The person that keeps you from doing stuff with other people and building a good relationship with other people, having fun with other people, is you. You're the one that keeps you from it. And that's just what it is. So make plans with people, follow through with the plans with people, and when you're invited to stuff, go. Step out of your comfort zone and do it. Do the fun stuff. So sometimes say yes more often than no. That's what I want to encourage you to do here. Say yes more often than no. Obviously for good stuff. Don't do anything that's like that you're against or that clashes with your moral compass. Make good choices. Obviously, if they're like, oh, let's go rob a bank together, obviously you're not gonna be like, I have to say yes because I have to. Duh. Obviously you're not gonna do that. But you know what I'm talking about. You get it. Anyways, that's a big thing, is make plans, follow through with the plans, say yes to plans, do stuff with people, like have fun. And if you're at the stage where you don't really have any friends that are like super solid friends to do stuff with yet, then you're at the stage of going out and meeting people. And when you meet these people, invite them to do things and just start in that beginning of saying yes and doing things, because then eventually you'll get to the point where you're doing things all the time and it's not as scary to make plans with them. but really do it. It's so important for yourself, your personal self. It's so important for you to have this good relationship, these good friends, and to be doing stuff with people. Whether you're married, whether you're in college, whether you're still in high school, like whatever stage of life you're in, it's important to have people in your life that you're spending time with, that you're saying yes to doing things with, that you're having fun with. It's important. It's important to have good friends, and it's important to have a good relationship with family. And that's what I can say about it. So that's like a good evaluation of yourself. Evaluating these different areas I've talked about to see how you are with the people around you and to see what you're doing. If you are at home all the time and you just feel like you wish, if you're sitting there wishing you had more friends to hang out with, or wishing you were going and doing stuff with people, or wishing you were going on more dates with your husband, like, make it happen. You can make it happen. You have to step out of your comfort zone, yeah, but you're not going to grow. This self journey is not for you if you're not going to be able to step out of your comfort zone, which I hope and pray that everyone will. Like, obviously, you won't grow if you won't step out of your comfort zone, but you will see a lot of great change if you do step out of your comfort zone. Appreciate this time and be present in this time. For Sam and I, we are in a phase of life where we've got a lot of married couple friends that we hang out with all the time. They all live in our same apartment complex. They all go to our same ward or church, and that's the phase of life we're in. They're not a lot of friends from school. They're not friends from a job. They're friends from our church, from our complex, that we see all the time and spend time with. Right now, in this phase of life, we're spending time with these friends. We're having fun with these friends. And we're doing things with them a lot. Years down the road, we will definitely do less things with friends because we'll be wanting to do more as a family. We'll be wanting to spend more time with our kids. And instead of doing our Monday night family home evening nights with friends, we'll be doing that with our family members. Or instead of doing Sunday night dinners with our friends, we'll be doing that with our family, right? That will be a different phase of life. This phase of life is a phase of life where we are really spending that time with our friends. But that's because none of us have kids or like kids that are old enough to really do that with. Like, we're at a phase of life where our friends are like our family because we're all living away from our family members. And we're young married couples. And so, yeah, we're spending a lot of time with these other young married couples. But then in like 10 years, when we've got our kids, that's an important time to be spending with our kids. And of course, we're not going to spend as much time with friends. It depends on your phase of life, whatever you're in. Right now, Sam and I are loving and enjoying this phase. And of course, in 10 years, we will love and enjoy that phase. Like, it's good to just enjoy where you're at, to focus on where you're at, and to live in the present. So that's a wrap. That is what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to really get it in your head, help you realize and remember how important it is to have good relationships with the people in your life, how you can improve those relationships, and just a good reminder video of people and of why it's important for yourself to have good people in your life, to have people who love you, who care about you, who want to spend time with you, and then vice versa, that you love, care about, and want to spend time with in your life. and how important it is to spend time with those people. I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope this video really gets you excited to get out of your comfort zone, to go spend time with people, to make the plans, and to follow through with the plans, to have fun. I hope you're just having a great day, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next week. Bye!